The Black Studies program at Cleveland State University welcomes you to this season of Images, a public affairs radio forum dedicated to open dialogue on a variety of diverse topics of interest and issues of concern, which focus on the life and experiences of African Americans and all peoples of African descent. By visiting our website at www.csuohio.edu/blackstudies or calling 216-687-3655, you can learn more about upcoming Black Studies program events and activities. Now, here is your host for Images.
And welcome to Images. I'm Prester Pickett, your host for this broadcast of Images. We have an opportunity to introduce to our larger, greater Cleveland community the voice that welcomes them to the Howard A. Mims African American Cultural Center and Black Studies Office, the new Administrative Secretary, LaDonna M. Simmons. Ms. Simmons, welcome to Images.
Thank you, Mr. Pickett. Thank you.
And this great opportunity to get you introduced to our listening audience, since so many of them call the front desk and they hear your voice. Yeah. Now, for those who watch the podcast, they can see you or definitely hear your voice again, and then now learn things about the individual that is so helpful and literally helping Black Studies grow. Yeah, now, I say that because you have most recently invested in developing a Black Studies garden. And we are watering plants and flowers and making things grow. So again, welcome to Cleveland State Black Studies and now to Images.
Thank you, Mr. Pickett. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you.
An opportunity again for our audience to learn more about your background. Can you introduce yourself by way of your other experiences, professional experiences that now have allowed you to join us here at Cleveland State?
Yes, thank you. I'm originally from Cleveland. I left many years ago. Lived in Phoenix, Arizona, California for a while, and the last 20 plus years was in Atlanta, Georgia, where I worked for historically Black colleges and universities. One of them was Clark Atlanta University, where I had the privilege of working in the Black Studies, African and African American Studies program, as it was called there, and the history department and other departments there, where I had the privilege of meeting your current director, Dr. Thomas Bynum.
And with that history now advances us into the future even, and discussions of how you will be able to apply those skills within the position that you have now, as well as some of your other background and how that will fit in properly with the Black Studies program. I'm understanding that you have worked as a life coach and you do work in that area, which is definitely something that has been part of our interest with Black Studies, and would ask you to talk about that a little bit.
Life coaching is very, very a serious undertaking of mine, along with other wellness practices that I do, which is Reiki and Feng Shui and other things. It allows me to develop spiritually and to be more patient with myself and the students that are coming into the Black Studies. Being at Clark Atlanta African American Studies program was a beautiful place to work. You worked with many different students from many different backgrounds who needed a lot of different things: understanding, patience, caring, and some push, some drive to help them decide what it is they wanted to do with their life. And I found out for me, it's a continuum of that here. And I love the academia. I love academia. I actually love being in this program. I really love being in this program.
Now, too, we're welcoming you back to Cleveland because you are a Clevelander. Can you talk about your Cleveland experiences and also how your connections and your network will allow you to assist us with connecting with our engaged learning experiences?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Pickett, for asking me that. I am a Clevelander, left many years ago, came back to assist with parents and helping them with aging. But I found as I looked at my mother and her trajectory, I'm following her same footsteps, which is interesting. And being in Black Studies, I have met, as you know, you and I know some of the same people in theater, in arts, in music, and even in the community. So that is very interesting, and that is allowing me to connect with my roots and my past via my present, via my current situation. And I've done education. I was a teacher for 5 years. I worked in healthcare with the Center for Dialysis Care. And so all of the life coaching, the Reiki, and the other aspects of the teaching that I've had that I'm certified in doing has helped me to assist people that are in need, not only people that are in the community, but our students too. They need a lot of help.
And
too.
up to a master's level with your education.
Yeah, I have a master's in healthcare administration. Yeah.
The discussions in terms of how you're assisting with the operations and the management of the office. Black Studies, as an introduction to those who have not visited us, include a cultural center, a conference room where we make the space available to student groups, community groups. There are the offices for the assistant professors. There is the office for Dr. Thomas Bynum, Director of Black Studies, my office, and your area. We work with other individuals who are faculty members here at Cleveland State University, and would like for you to share how you have been able to assist faculty members, considering as well Dr. Thomas Dorsey is one of the part-time instructors with us, and instructor Yolanda Burt. There's a lot of interaction that you have with me as well in regard to the work that is being done with faculty and the organizing of meetings even. Can you talk about that in regard to some of your experiences thus far?
Well, I think, first of all, let me say I respect each of you as individuals, as professors and teachers. I am so happy to be working, with people who are developing their life. They're just showing these kids what it is they need to do out in the community and society. It is great to have, it is fantastic, it is fabulous to have a Black Studies degree or a minor in Black Studies. But you also, in my opinion, have to learn how to maneuver outside in the system, outside in society. And so you as professors and directors and teachers and doctors are assisting students with that, and me, because you're showing me a lot of different things. I'm learning from each and every one of you how to maneuver, how to do things. And let's not forget the wonderful Dr. Gosselin, because she's a great person there too, and all of you. I love working with you, all of you.
And with Dr. Gosselin, she has one of her courses that she instructs in the center. So she's regularly passing your desk and having conversation with you and introducing you to her students. And then the joint faculty members, the list of joint faculty members that Dr. Bynum has put into place to be able to be supportive of the growth of the Black Studies program. And we definitely, too, consider the growth with you joining us. We're going to have a chance to take a little bit of a break right now, come back and learn more about you and the prospects for our future with some of your interests and engaging your talent through the Black Studies program and Howard A. Mims African American Cultural Center. Again, after these messages from Cleveland State University.
Established in 1969, the Black Studies program at Cleveland State University is currently comprised of 5 academic components, as well as the Jazz Heritage Orchestra, which contribute to the program's mission to promote knowledge and understanding to be shared with all generations and cultures concerning the rich legacy of the African diaspora. There is the academic program, an interdisciplinary curriculum of nearly 80 courses offering a major and minor in Black Studies. The Howard A. Mims African American Cultural Center is open to the public and features art exhibitions, Kumba Arts presentations by various performing artists, a Curtis Wilson lecture series, panel discussions, and Umoja roundtables. The Ralph Pruitt Lecture, Art and Media Series brings international and national speakers, artists, and films to the campus. Images, a half-hour public affairs radio broadcast interviews guests from many fields of endeavor. The 5th component is the Black Aspirations Celebration, a week-long event of culture, arts, and contemporary issues. The Jazz Heritage Orchestra is a 17-piece orchestra comprised of musicians who are educators. The orchestra is a long-standing affiliate of the Black Studies program. The Jazz Heritage Orchestra is dedicated to preserving and perpetuating the musical heritage of the great African-American jazz masters. They are available for performance engagements. Dr. Thomas Bynum is the director of the Black Studies program. Prester Pickett is the coordinator of the African-American Cultural Center. Dennis Reynolds is the artistic director of the Jazz Heritage Orchestra, and I'm Louis Abdul-Ali, the second student to graduate from Cleveland State University with a major in Black Studies from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences.
And welcome back to Images. I'm Prester Pickett, your host for this broadcast of Images. We have as our very special guest today, the LaDonna M. Simmons, our new administrative secretary for the Black Studies program here at Cleveland State University. We had a chance in the first part of the show to hear a little bit about your background, only a little bit, and we'll look forward to the rest of your experience with us to learn so much more about you, as well as how you will be contributing to the growth and the development of the Black Studies program, and most particularly our students. Now, you also manage the students who work in Black Studies, and I'll ask you, as you have celebrated some in receiving their degrees, their masters for our graduate students, and an undergraduate student receiving her undergraduate degree, and then others who are working towards completing their degree so that they can participate in a graduation ceremony. Yeah. Can you talk about your experiences with our students thus far, particularly those who work in the office as work-study students or graduate students?
We had great students. We had one undergraduate, one young lady who was getting her master. We had a graduate student who graduated. We have another student that graduated. I think we had 2 people that graduated this year, and our graduate assistant is graduating. They are making strives to becoming excellent citizens, to work, to go abroad, to travel, to spread the name, the powerful name of Cleveland State University Black Studies program, and to share. We've also had people, new students that have come and has an interest of joining our program. I know Dr. Bynum at least interviewed a couple like last week who have a strong interest, and some who may have already signed up. So I'm looking forward to working with all of the students that come and our work study students, the ones that's going to return and the ones that we will be inviting to come and work with us again.
Now, we know as well that it is very easy for you to relate with our students because of your background as a teacher. And you've worked as a substitute teacher for the Cleveland Public Schools. We have had a number of guests to the Cultural Center.
Yes, you have.
Again, with the attention of our current president, President Sands, wanting us to make certain that all of the school systems and schools are encouraged to visit us here at Cleveland State University, to encourage students to consider enrolling here at Cleveland State. We've had guests from the Cleveland Heights Middle School. We've had guests from Mansfield High School, and you've welcomed them into that space. Can you talk about the joy on those students' faces when they experience a Howard A. Mims African American Cultural Center, and the joy on your face when you greet them?
It was wonderful. It's fantastic. Specifically, the Mannequin Challenge. We had, I think these children were from Cleveland Heights.
Well, the Mannequin Challenge is the opportunity for us to celebrate our own Campus International School. And there were fourth graders from Campus International that came over, where we had you even sit in the window in a frozen position as a mannequin representing Toni Morrison in Black history. But that is, again, one of the other ways that we engage young students with Black Studies and the Cultural Center.
And they need that. I mean, having taught K through 12, which is K through 8, kindergarten through 8th grade, they need things like this. The students in the Cleveland public school systems need to come out and explore college, higher education early, so they can see what it's about, what they're going to get themselves into, express and talk to the professors. And I think as you celebrated and discussed with them your role and what you do and how you were in theater, Mr. Pickett, a couple of the students left very energized and motivated into getting into Black Studies and to coming and even doing some theater and arts. So we all contribute to the upliftment and growth of these students, whether it's K through 8, A through 12, undergrad, master's degree, and moving forward. They all need us. They all need us.
As well, when you say all, the inclusive discussions of Black Studies and how we want to even show the students that while they study Black history, part of Black history includes individuals like Russell and Rowena Jelliff, who founded Caribou House and weren't African Americans but contributed to Black history. So they were able to be represented in our Mannequin Challenge and so many others who were part of the Underground Railroad stood as mannequins with our Harriet Tubman. So those are the type of things you've witnessed with us. Are there any other programs that you can reflect on that you attended since you've been with us in February that come to mind that will allow us to show how you participate with our celebrations, even with our students who graduated, producing the banners that celebrate them, coordinating the special acknowledgments in the Cultural Center. We have special celebrations for special days with our students.
Yes, we do.
And then we need refreshments ordered at our events. Some of the events that you've participated with include
the Bridges to Africa. That is one of the ones that I really, really liked. It allowed me to meet people from Africa, but the Francophone part, so they spoke French. That was phenomenal. I haven't spoken French in years, and so that is kind of dwindled, but that was very nice. The music, listening to the young gentleman, Mr. Miller, Toussaint Miller, talk, and also the Jazz Heritage Orchestra, I think, which you have helped affiliated, participate in. That was wonderful. It was just so many things that since being here since February that I have been involved in and that I am actually enjoying myself. I am enjoying where I am. I love where I am.
Also, we'll have to look at our history of events and get on air to publicly acknowledge and thank all of the people who came in to support us. You also saw how members of the Cleveland and fire department and police departments came in to play basketball with our students through the Dr. Wasson Basketball Challenge, and you assisted in a tremendous way with getting all of those individuals registered and onto the floor to play basketball with each other and enjoy the community, the youth group that was there, to those professionals who were so willing to talk about their careers and to make certain that our students are understanding that there are positive things happening with law enforcement, because these are roles that they can consider moving into after they acquire their degrees and become professionals in our community. Our discussions in regard to the other things that you do to service us. You work with managing so much of the records with Black Studies. You do so much with helping Dr. Bynum as the director accomplish the goal of listing the courses as well. If you were to take a course at Cleveland State University in the Black Studies program after having been exposed to the discussions of what we offer, what catches your attention and what would you enroll in to say that this is an area that you would want to follow up on in advancing your knowledge about Black Studies?
The capstone course is one, as well as the Introduction to Black Studies is another. And also maybe some anthropology. I've also loved anthropology, so that will run into the Black Studies and History section, but definitely Introduction to Black Studies, because it will shares a wealth of information, and I'm just listening as with you and Dr. Bynum and Professor Burke and Professor Dorsey, how you discuss the class, the changes that you're striving to make with the majors and the minors, and it's just phenomenal. And I'm happy to be a part of it. But those classes, definitely, I would love to do that.
And then your recruitment statements in terms of knowing that Dr. Bynum is regularly wanting to get a student to understand how if they don't major in Black Studies, they can minor in Black Studies. And the great opportunity to acquire a double major because of the opportunity to allow the credits to complement so many other parts of the studies here at the university. What is your pitch to help students who visit the Cultural Center understand that there are ways for them to employ the classes into their current studies here at the university?
Well, one of my pitches is the pitch that I use is I talk to them and listen to them, number one, as far as what it is that they want to do, as far as their background. Secondly, I pull out the information and show them what it is that they can offer, introduce them to the students, which is a wonderful way, in my opinion, of getting them involved, and allowing the students, because this was a part of my recruitment tool that I used to use when I worked at Clark Atlanta University and Morehouse School of Medicine. If you want, you tell them about the benefits of the program, the wonders of the program, discuss the faculty members of the program, the teachers who's going to be just teaching them, and then allow the students to come in and use their magic as well. And when you have both of us coming kind of double teaming in a good way, I think that's a good way to get the students into the program.
You have also supported the efforts with Dr. Bynum identifying lecturers and speakers to come in. There is the opportunity for us as we're working with Dr. Ronnie Dunn and his role as the Chief Diversity Officer interim status here at the university, with this discussion of reflecting on 400 years with the introduction of African Americans into the colonies, unfortunately as indentured servants, and then advancing that system into the slavery that transitioned just because of our color. Can you recommend other individuals that we would want to be attentive to, knowing that we would love to have past President Obama and First Lady Obama join us here to speak at Cleveland State University, because this was a stop on their campaign to acquire that role. But are there any other people that come to mind that even if we just dreamed of having them as special guests here at Cleveland State University in some way, who would you think of, and who would you recommend for us to consider even as another guest speaker for the Black Studies program?
A lot of people. Henry Gates would be one person. I think if you can trace your ancestry, be able to know definitively what tribe you're from, that would be wonderful, and other information that he can bring to the table. I believe other individuals from Clark Atlanta would be fabulous. There was a linguistics there. I'm not sure if he's still there, but Dr. Keith Baird, he would be a wonderful speaker. He spoke 14 languages, and he was from Barbados. He was good. So there are a lot of other people besides Dr. Baird, Dr. Gates, the Obamas, that we can do some research for and bring to Black Studies.
General discussions that you hear our students have in the lobby area, particularly those that relate to the discipline of Black Studies. What are our students talking about? What are the common discussions in that area, particularly in regard to current events? Are you hearing our students talking about applying what they're learning and then thinking about how they're getting involved with student organizations and bringing that activity to the Howard A. Mims African American Cultural Center as student leaders?
Yes, there are a few students that are saying that. They also want to be kind of more visible, have more visible presence on the campus. Also bring things that will be more of a focus for younger people. How can we merge, they love the rap and the hip hop, but how can we merge some of the other musical talents that have generated or been here in the States, and let them recognize that they all come from one source, understanding that, but allowing them to have more of a presence, allowing students want to be involved in organizations that are beneficial to them, that are peaceful, but let them also know that they have some say. They want to have a say in what's going on out here in the world in a positive way.
You're courting students into the cultural center that have different backgrounds, different lifestyles. The discussion of helping them understand that Black Studies is important to all of our students and all of our community members. What will you say in that regard, and as we bring ourselves to a closing?
Welcome. Everyone needs to feel welcome. So I would say welcome. Welcome, join us, study, pray, talk, discuss, but welcome.
Great. Again, you are the individual that welcomes people to that space.
That's true.
As the first person that they see.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Thank you for even welcoming them to this broadcast.
Yes.
Of Images. Can you share how individuals can call Black Studies and talk to you and be directed to other offices on campus that can service them? So your front desk number is?
216, area code 687-3655. And you can reach me also via email at l.m.simmons71@csuohio.edu.
There is also the Black Studies email address at blackstudies@csuohio.edu.
Correct.
And again, you have an opportunity to be well received by, I was about to say doctor, by LaDonna M. Simmons. So again, this great opportunity to say that we have a pleasant reception of individuals. Also reflecting on the shout out to all of those who have serviced us in the past as secretaries. Our legendary Pat Washington, Stacy Dye, Nicole Williams, Jason Moore, Virginia Romero, Glenda Carbajal, Patty Leach, Carolyn Kinkall, Lori Sims, and so many others who came in to support us. We're appreciating your role. We're appreciating your professionalism. We're appreciating all that you do that is now carried on in the tradition of LaDonna M. Simmons. We thank you for tuning in to Images. Once again, consider calling us with the Black Studies program at 216-687-3655 and receiving a great welcome from LaDonna Simmons. Thank you for tuning in to Images.
You have been listening to Images, a public affairs radio program produced by the Cleveland State University Black Studies program and this station. The opinions expressed were those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of Cleveland State University, the Black Studies program, or the station. We hope you have enjoyed the music performed by the Jazz Heritage Orchestra. If you are interested in finding out more about the Black Studies program, call 216-687-3655 or visit our website at www.csuohio.edu/blackstudies.